It's nice to be here. So my name is Annette Mariel, and I specialize in optimizing women's hormones. My background, surprisingly, is in engineering, but then I've had this lifelong passion of holistic wellness and medicine. So about a year and a half ago, I went back to school and I went to holistic nutrition school, and I got certified as a holistic nutrition consultant.
Tell me, what does women's hormone balancing even mean?
I kind of like to use this example of a symphony. So in a symphony, when all the instruments are playing together and every instrument is tuned correctly, every person is playing it properly, the symphony is beautiful and it's just relaxing and it's euphoric. But then if there's just one instrument out of tune, there's just one person that doesn't know, that's not on the right note, even though the symphony is filled with like maybe 50 other people playing an instrument, that one person that is not playing correctly will throw off the whole sound, and it will not be pleasant to the ear. So that's the same thing with hormones. So hormones basically run the show in our body, and if our hormones are off, our mood can be off, our digestion can be off, our skin, we can have skin issues, we can feel bloated, we can feel burnt out. So when we understand our hormones, it's kind of a key to our daily success.
What kinds of issues do we see related to hormones?
One of the issues that we see related to hormones is bloat. A lot of women experience bloat, not just around their menstrual cycle, but throughout the entire month. So the more I have studied this, the more I'm surprised of how many women have chronic bloat. And also, if they have dry skin, that can be, excessive dry skin, that can be a sign of hormonal imbalances, or excessive oily skin. Also, fatigue and mood, our mood can be completely thrown off. We can really become a different person because the hormones in our brains, the chemical reactions in our brain is a little off. And so, especially around your menstrual cycle, we can really start to see if you have moments where you really, really are maybe hysterical or excessively emotional. Society likes to tell us that that's normal, but the more we balance our hormones, the more we get a hold of those emotions over our menstrual phase.
If a woman is having those type of symptoms you just talked about, how could she become more in touch with her hormones?
A few ways, and I really like to start simple. And as we kind of ground in a few new habits that I have women do each week, then I start to add on to that. But a way that a woman can start to balance their hormones is to start to understand and to start to see if they have chronic inflammation. And chronic inflammation results again in bloating, and our face can be puffy as well. We could have big under eye bags. We can be like up all night, but then fatigued all day because we didn't get enough sleep. So our cortisol can be off. So a few different things that one can start to do is to eliminate a few top foods that usually cause inflammation for most people. This is kind of the cheaper way of doing it. Instead of first diving in and someone can always take a food sensitivity test, but that obviously is going to cost a few $100s for the one I like. It's a blood test. But to start doing it on your own at home, you can eliminate dairy, gluten, and sugar. And that sounds like it's going to be hard. But even for 3 days, for a long weekend, if you can eliminate those 3, then if you add in, let's say, dairy on a Monday and you feel bloated again, then you know that that is maybe the food that's causing the sensitivity. But I would really recommend doing it for 2 weeks and just sticking to it, because that's really going to help decrease inflammation. And when you add that food back in, then you really see how it affects your body.
And those are such great tangible things a person could begin doing right away at home. I can only imagine how many other great things you have when they start working with you. When someone does take the initiative to start balancing their hormones, what kind of health impact will they start to see?
So one of my clients that I'm working with right now, she immediately saw weight loss. And she wasn't aiming for weight loss. She was aiming for decreasing bloat. But she immediately was able to lose, within 1 week, 7 pounds. So that was incredible, because she hit this kind of plateau in her weight. And when she eliminated dairy and gluten, and she wasn't craving sugar, so that was easy for her not to eat sugar, but she eliminated that, and then she added in greens. So she made I taught her how to make celery juice and bone broth. Celery juice and bone broth are fantastic to heal the gut, and that's what we want to do in that period where we eliminate those foods that cause inflammation. So weight loss is a great benefit, but it's more about how you feel on the inside. So she has decreased her brain fog a lot. She has a lot more energy, sustained energy throughout the day. So that was just phase 1. So now we're going to be entering her into phase 2, where we add in supplements to support adrenal glands to help detox even further.
Is there anything else that you want to share with us, or do you want to add tonight?
So I have put together a hormone quiz. And if you head over to my website, sexyhormones.com, you can take that. And that's kind of the initial phase of seeing if your hormones might be out of balance. And on my website, I have some additional resources. So I really encourage everyone that's listening, if this is kind of, if you relate to any of these symptoms, if you're experiencing them, I encourage you to go take this quiz. And then you can also follow me on my personal Instagram. I am Annette Mariel. And then you can follow the business Instagram, which is My Sexy Hormones, at My Sexy Hormones.
Thank you so much for your time tonight and sharing your wealth of information and expertise with us. And I hope everyone goes and takes that quiz, because I know I'm going to go take that quiz right now.
Hey, I'm so excited, and thank you for having me on. If anyone has any questions, you can feel free to DM me, and I would be happy to answer.